The Tennessee Titans might have a problem on their hands with their second round rookie. If so, as of July 14th at least, that would make them one of 30 teams in the league with the same issue right now. I wrote about the background on this impending situation in more detail, linked in the description below, but here's the shorter version to get you up to speed. Contracts for NFL draft picks are of predetermined cost according to the collective bargaining agreement. Teams don't really negotiate with their picks in terms of how much they'll be paid. That's already known for each draft position ahead of time. So what is there to actually negotiate? Just a couple of finer details in terms of contract structure, including how much of the value of the contract will be fully guaranteed. Now, unlike in other sports, such as the NBA, the NFL has held off on giving full guarantees in contracts until just recently. As the value of the league continues to climb and player empowerment has increased, guarantees have gone up. And with draft picks, the inch that front offices have given them is threatening to turn into a mile. If you're part of the Tennessee faithful, you know just how many years the Titans have shaved off your life with the emotional roller coaster of sports. Or maybe the roller coaster of life is messing with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals. The new year is a blank space for you to write a new story. BetterHelp makes it easier to get started. They are our incredible sponsor for this video. Regardless, if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools you need to approach your life in a very different way. That's where our sponsor, BetterHelp, comes into play. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp's platform makes finding a therapist easier because it's online and remote. BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. Plus, with our link, you get 10% off your first month. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ATOZsports and get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. Every first round pick at this point gets a fully guaranteed contract. That's the precedent. And with each successive pick in the draft order getting a fully guaranteed contract, that precedent continues to establish a new norm. Last year in 2024, the 34th overall pick, Ladd McConkey, Chargers wide receiver, the second pick of the second round, came just short of a full guarantee. This year, the Browns and Texans somewhat hastily handed out fully guaranteed contracts to their second round picks, number 33 Carson Schlesinger and number 34 Jaden Higgins. Now that was back in the spring, and since then, we've reached a bit of a logjam at pick 35, the pick that the Titans had. Kind of dodging a bullet here in the sense of having traded it. It turned into Seattle moving up, drafting safety Nick Emenwari, who is obviously, we don't know this for sure, but it's quite clear, holding out for his full guarantee, asking, where do I sign for all of my money? And everybody in the round behind him is doing the same thing. And that's why 30 of the 32 second rounders remain unsigned as of mid-July. All right, now you're up to speed on the background. So what's new here? As we approach training camp, what's changed? Well, what we wondered about earlier in the summer is beginning to materialize. Training camp report dates are here, and the first unsigned second rounder expected to show up didn't. We have our first official holdout. The Chargers have the earliest report date on the calendar this year, and their new wide receiver, Trey Harris, didn't show, making him an official holdout from training camp because he's not under contract. Now, what makes this more interesting, as well as I think more pertinent to the Titans situation, is that this isn't one of the guys picked in the 30s. Harris was the 55th overall pick, 21 spots deep in this metaphorical line to sign, and it stands to reason that this class action holdout is going to break once one guy near the front finally signs for a little less than fully guaranteed. But if the 55th overall pick isn't showing up, why would we expect the Titans pick, number 52 overall, to show up? That's edge Femi Oladejo, and he's being put in a tricky spot with all of this. All rookies need camp to develop, of course. They all need their time in practice, but he's the kind of prospect who could especially use that work since he hasn't been playing the position for very long. He's only been a hand-in-the-dirt edge rusher full-time for 10 games of his college or professional career at this point. Now, he was a vocal participant in team activities earlier this year, both on and off the field. He was around all spring and all early summer, and he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who wants to hold out from his rookie training camp. He has to do what's best for his future, and he surely feels responsibility to his fellow draft picks to hold the line on this. So if he doesn't show on July 22nd, when the Titans report to camp at St. Thomas Sports Park, I won't be surprised at this point, and I won't hold it against him. For A to Z Sports Nashville, I'm Easton Freeze.